What's up, bro?
See why he had a light shield.
He was ready. And then there's this thing. The energy controller. It's the same scan for this one and the ones in the other temple, so I guess it's all the same technology. But here's our first Luminoth lore scan, so I'll let you read that.
Ooh. Origins. It is told that the Luminoth were not born of Aether, but of the stars. In the early days, we roamed the greatness of the void, bathing in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. We met a vast number of enlightened minds. The Nuraken, the Vila, and the Chozo were among them. Each of them we found had claimed a homeworld and formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same.
I think I remember reading somewhere that the Luminoth are a descendant or some kind of offshoot of the Chozo, but that might just be a fan thing. I don't know how true that is.
Are the Luminoth related to the Chozo? They have contact via historical contact, technology exchange, shared status. They're not biologically related.
Ah, okay.
I mean, one's a bird, one's a bug.
I mean, theoretically, the Chozo would be predators to the Luminoth then.
Yeah, it's a good job there's, two factions of Chozo. One's the peaceful guys, the other likes war. If you want to see the kind that likes war, play Dread. Possibly best antagonist in the series.
I'm just not really into 2D side-scrolling games in general, but the 2D Metroid games I've never really been able to wrap my head around, so I stick with the Prime series.
Fair enough.
And now we can open this door, which is one that we passed by earlier. I missed.
They're so excited to be born.
Yes, and now they're going to be possessed by a dark cancerous being. Unless I kill them first. Because you can actually kill them before the possession takes hold. And the possession thing just kind of slams into the ground and does nothing. In the randomizer, you can go like different ways to get around. So if you trigger that particular cutscene with the possession-ing appearing without those splinters being there, the possession will actually go after Samus. And they actually do quite a lot of damage when they hit you. But we have our first energy tank now, so now we're even less threatened by almost anything in the world.
In high command, just slapping the desk. How could you let her find that?
And you might remember this gate back here that we passed by that we also couldn't open can now be opened. And we're going to get one of our first Luminoth keybearer scans. And these guys are really important, and we'll find out more about them later. But they're all in very specific places, and I'll let Tom read it.
Ooh. Japhim's Testament. What was he, French? Final entry, Warrior Japhim. Their army swells, beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial site to do battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly mongrels. My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon.
Now, his lore scan didn't really give us a whole lot of information, other than the fact that the words industrial site were in red, which I'm pretty sure is the name of that room that he was in. And again, that'll be very relevant later. But first, target, shoot. Gotta press the buttons in the right order, Spar.
Ooh, first mission expansion.
And just so you can exercise your reading muscles more lore scans.
Golden Age, our heritage. Our search for a home took us through the cosmos. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet a place to call our own eluded us. In time we began to despair, feeling the search was in vain. We considered remaining among the stars until a scout returned. with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Aether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth, the Luminoth were of Aether, our blessed paradise.
And that's how they actually ended up finding this planet. Much like the Chozo, I think they were roaming for a long time before they found this place. And we don't really know how long it was between when they found this planet and when the catastrophe took place, but presumably quite a long time, considering how much they had set up here.
Oh yeah.
And now we are in the first major region of the game, which we'll get introduced to properly once we get through this room here, but I kind of like this area. Very good intro area, just really solid all around.
The first Prime had very familiar areas, if you've ever played a Metroid game. You know, you had Fire World, Ice World, you started on Grass World. Here they're a little bit more grimy, for lack of a better word, because of all the damage the ink have done. You know, things seem a little bit drab, but I don't know, I like the colour palette of Echoes. I feel it uses dark tones very well. Earth tones, people.
See, the thing about Talon 4 was that it was abandoned, or rather the race that was there was taken out, the Chozo were taken out, but there was just nothing left. There was nothing left to take over the place that was there, and there wasn't really any damage still being done to it. Here, the Luminoth haven't been completely wiped out, but the Ing are still destroying it, and it's, you know, still in the process of being taken over, so that's why a lot of the architecture has, you know, that different feel to it. And these enemies here are just kind of an annoyance, and I just ignore them, because if you don't need to fight, why do you? You know?
Why do you indeed? Very good.
To add on to the list of items that are just there that we can't access, there's another energy tank up there behind that door.
Why do you tell me these things, if only to taunt me?
It's actually quite a long time before we can get that. In fact, basically at the end of the game before we can access that item.
Okay, I'll just sit here seething for the whole playthrough then.
Would it make you feel better if I tell you we're about to pass another energy tank that I can't get yet?
No, in fact, no. Tom, you want this video to be monetized.
Yeah, because there's another one up there at the top of that thing. That one we'll be able to get pretty soon.
Oh.
Yep. Space pirates.
I thought I recognized that sting. Don't you guys have anything better to do? Leave me alone.
I feel like the enemies are weaker in this version than they were in the GameCube version, because I remember specifically from randomizer playthroughs that those guys require a charge shot and a missile to take out, but here it just a fully charged shot does it. And I don't know if that's because I'm doing a fully charged shot instead of like one that's only half charged, or if they actually gave them different HP.
I will have a look. Yes, enemies and bosses in Metroid Prime Trilogy are generally considered weaker or easier to defeat, primarily due to changes in gameplay mechanics and balancing. Nerfed bosses, especially in Echoes. Some, though not all bosses, in the Trilogy version of Prime 2 were given less HP. Normal is not hard. Normal in Trilogy is generally considered easier than normal in the original GameCube versions.
Oh, okay. So here's another one of those missable scans, because this guy's also going to be taken over by an Ing possession. So you can kind of just you don't have to fight him or anything. It gets possessed without you needing to bother him first. In fact, I don't think you can even do any damage to that thing before it gets possessed, because it's got armor on both sides.
Oh, he evolved with a fuck me light.
He sure did. So this is the Bomb Guardian.
Okay, I guess I know what we'll be getting from him. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to read that?
Well, we were kind of talking over it, but the fact that it was on screen long enough to be read is the important part, I guess. So the way the cycles work is when its mouth is vulnerable, if you hit it with a missile or a charge shot, it will instantly blow up, basically. However, if you do a few regular shots first, you can potentially bypass the HP gates. What happened right there was it hit 50% HP, so it just immediately went into the next phase.
Right.
So I messed up slightly, but that's okay.
Not on world record pace anymore, Spar.
No, sure not. Yep. Too slow on the charge, that's fine. You're getting to see more of the boss. I don't consider that a bad thing.
Has anyone wanted to see more of the Bomb Guardian? Today is your day.
I'm absolutely coping. The tiny HP, why?
That's the worst.
Hey bro, could you become vulnerable? There you go.
Asks him to open up, emotionally blows him up with a missile.
Gets criticized once, dies.
It's one of my favorite memes.
If you ever wanted to see what the morph ball bombs look like when they're not part of the suit, there you go. And now it's gone.
Spin!
You might think, with the morph ball bomb being so early in the game, that it's pretty much necessary to be able to finish the game, but I have a friend, Aran, who is a speedrunner and generally, just plays a whole bunch of randomizers and speedruns and stuff for the Metroid series, who has done an entire playthrough of this game without obtaining morph ball bombs. And it's extremely difficult. There's a lot of cases where if you screw up even the slightest bit, you soft lock, because think of all the bomb slots that you have to use in the game. You can actually activate those with some of Samus's weapons, but if you mess up, you're stuck in the bomb slot without being able to get out.
Ooh, yeah, true. Yeah, it's my turn again.
Yes, but this isn't Umos.
I am Ishar, sentinel of the Agon temple. This message survives my death as guidance to one who would fight the Ing. A portal to Dark Aether lies nearby. With it you can travel to this land's shadow. You must locate a dark temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside you will find the energy converter or controller you seek.
That's what we're looking for. But we can't just waltz into the temple. We gotta find the dark keys first.
Fair enough. Not to be confused with the Dark Keys from The Legend of Zelda. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of Dark Aether is dangerous and can cripple the strongest of warriors. In our past struggles with the Ing, we placed a series of light crystals throughout their world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from the harmful atmosphere of the Dark World. Okay, just log that away. I have updated your translator module. You can access devices, blah blah blah. Have fun.
Yeah, we already got another translate update.
When you return the energy from the Dark Temple, returned once here, yes. Sorry, translator's still a little bit funky. May the light of Aether serve you well.
Yeah, that one came through the translator just fine.
Basically the Luminoth equivalent of Let's Go Mets. Alright, let's get all up in that dark portal.
Well, first of all, we've got a lore module hidden behind this wall here.
Ooh, paradise. Aether was a fertile, aged world with bountiful fields and oceans. The native creatures were gentle compared to other worlds we had encountered. We settled in a mountainside region at first, in cliffside dwellings. In time, we established settlements in the green forest of Torvus and the fertile plains of Agon. A great temple was built between our three domains, a place of peace, and a monument to our accomplishments. It was a time of harmony for our people.
Gee, that sounds nice. I hope nothing bad ever happens. Oh, it already did.
Yeah. Gonna say, you ain't growing no crops around here, buddy boy.
It is interesting to hear about the way the place is, looked before the calamity happened and everything went to shit, basically. Because Agon was fertile fields, and now it's basically a desert. That's a pretty stark comparison. Couple more doors in this room, one on each side, but we can't do anything about those yet, because they require weapons that we don't have.
Ah, I see.
So right now we're heading back to that portal that Aisha mentioned. We just take care of the annoying shriek bat things.
What a coincidence that they also live here.
I think they're different creatures than the ones that are on Talon 4, maybe? I don't know.
They're reek bats.
Oh, okay.
Just a joke, Spar. Don't take everything literally.
I'm playing a game, Tom. My sarcasm meter isn't working.
I remember going through this place a lot of times.
Oh yeah. Trying not to hit that cannon so I can get down here for another missile expansion. Hey, man.
Dude. Oh, it's all coming back to me, Spar. Will you guys piss off?
Oh, okay. He took a little bit longer to kill. Oh, I thought I could kill him before the possession. Because these are actually some of the most dangerous enemies, is these dark possessed pirates.
Mm-hmm.
They fire a lot of shots per second.
Yeah, they got some stank on them, and also they look really cool.
They do. They do look cool. And they're good at dodging, apparently.
Oh, you've got missiles, so be a bit liberal.
Yeah, well, the charge shots do more damage. They just take a little bit longer to go through. It's all about that DPS.
Very good. Dark per second.
And another lore module, just in case you're not tired of reading yet.
Nope. Light of Aether. The main energy controller was built in the Great Temple. 3 sub-controllers were built in the temples of Torvus, Agon, and Sanctuary. They collected the energy of Aether, then radiated it over the world to all who needed it. In time, we came to call this precious energy the Light of Aether. It brought an age of peace and prosperity to the Luminoth.
I think the word you're looking for is electricity.
Oh no, it's just literal light.
Yeah, but it's kind of what it sounded like, is they just sent it out to all of the other regions. Like, that's just electricity, bros.
Look, man. Another person's culture. I don't want to be making assumptions here.
Very slow. Very slow elevator.
But to be fair, I don't think they expected someone to roll themselves up into a ball and get inside, so...
I guess so. I don't know how they activate this without, like, Samus's power suit, because it really feels like a lot of the stuff here is sort of built for Samus. Like that one post that I found a while ago that was like, it's a good thing the Luminoth are like 12 feet tall, but they built doors sized specifically for Samus.
True, very true.
I thought that was Precious sitting behind me. It was my heater.
Precious is his cat, for those of you who don't know.
Yes, she is currently sitting in front of the heater, but when I looked around, turned around and looked, I specifically saw the heater and thought it was the cat, and that was not the case. Heaters are not cats, for those that might have missed that clarification.
Wow, I guess we missed that lore dump.
And for this particular puzzle is definitely a strong word for it, but sequence, you only actually have to break that last thing in order to activate this. The other two are not necessary in order to activate this machine. Just, weird little things. Randomizer knowledge. And speedrun knowledge, I guess. This button is important.
What if it glowed?
And it is also powered on now. Quickly.
Huh. In a state of dimensional flux.
50% of its component atoms are in another dimension. Or on the surface of dark ether. As if it could be one or the other.
Console used to energize and open a portal to dark Aether. Let's go, baby.
Couldn't possibly be a bad idea, so let's do it.
Yes. Get yourself up in that purple, Spar.
I actually don't have a choice, because in this case, once you scan it, you enter it automatically. Because this is Samus's first time going in of her own choice.
It's nice to have a choice.
I guess.
Oh, this feels kind of cool, actually. Ah!
It's a pretty neat way to mask a loading screen, too.
Oh god, I never want to do that again.
Oh my god, with the sake bomb, stop. Huh. I wonder if I can touch it.
I would recommend it. Ah!
Oh god, don't touch it.
Well, it looks like we're running from bubble to bubble.
Dark Ether's atmosphere is dangerous. Etc., etc. It's a meme in the community to read those out for speedruns and randomizers, because they always pop up. And now that we're here on Dark Ether, we can actually activate that bomb slot. And it opens the gate in the other realm, too. Because, thinking with portals, I guess.
But it's the same thing, just split in twain.
Yeah. Not all of the rooms are the same, and there are definitely some rooms that don't have copies on Dark Ether, as we'll find. But most of the time, you'll find pretty close to the same thing. In one place as the other.
I will say, this is a harder game than Metroid Prime on the whole, mostly because of this, until you get a certain upgrade that kind of eases that difficulty and then fully negates it.
Yeah, I disagree with it being a harder game on the whole. Definitely this intro portion has its moments, but on the whole, I would definitely say Prime 1 is more difficult, especially the phazon mines. So I avoided that particular light field right there, because it actually triggers a whole bunch of enemies to spawn. But if you don't walk into it, the enemies don't appear.
Interesting.
Yeah. I am smirked.
You are. That's why they call you Smirked Render.
No one's ever called me that.
And they never will.
Rude, but true.
But yeah, so a little bit of a meat grinder to begin with, to compare to Talon 4, which was much more peaceful, but I think that level of danger kind of contributed to me enjoying this a little bit more.
This was a game that, when I was younger, I couldn't play for very long, because I would get kind of freaked out. I've mentioned the story, I'm pretty sure, about how some friends of mine came over and they were playing Crash Bandicoot 3, and they got to the level where the Triceratops smashes through the gateway or whatever, and I screamed and turned the console off because I was scared.
Oh my god, you screamed? I
screamed, yes. I was probably 11 or 12 at the time, so yeah. I was definitely a babby child. Anyway, this is the Jump Guardian. Jump Guardian sucks. It's really just a boring fight. Okay,
I was gonna say, like, was there any particular reason you don't like him, other than the fact that he jumps around?
Yeah, he just jumps and, like, makes himself invulnerable a lot of the time. I'm actually getting pretty lucky with him doing a lot of these light beam attacks, because he's vulnerable then. I did show off during the HFC All-Stars Marathon in the GameCube version you can actually attack him before triggering the fight, because even though his model is not visible, his hitbox is still there.
Oh.
So if you use tricks to get to the upper area or just fire at him from below, you can actually take his health down to 1 HP, then trigger the battle, and then he's actually killable from that point, because he just has 1 HP. Yeah. Go and check out the All-Stars run if you want to see that.
I hope someone was drowned in Torva's bog for that blunder.
Well, it's fixed on this one. His hitbox is not vulnerable before the fight starts now. But yeah, that was actually pretty smooth for how much he was doing the attack to make himself vulnerable. During my practice run, he was just jumping constantly, and he's completely invulnerable when he's doing that. It's just really fucking annoying.
Wow, we get space jump this early?
Yeah. It actually kind of weirds me out how late you get it in Prime 1, because you get it so early here. And I mean, it's not that late in Prime 1, but it's, at least a couple hours in.
Very cool. Press B to jump while in the air, and then press it again, and you can do a double jump.
You can indeed. And there is an option to actually swap the buttons so that you use A to jump and B to shoot. And I played like that, and I'm not a fan.
Fair enough. That's why it's a choice.
You'd think that using the trigger on the Wii Remote would make sense for, firing a weapon, but yeah, it just doesn't feel that good. It's surprisingly uncomfortable to play that way.
Anyone want to have a crack?
Well, we've done everything that we need in Dark Aether for right now, so I guess we're just going back. More like we've done everything we can, because there's just nowhere else we can go. Now we have to actually enter the portal manually.
Oh god, not again.
All my atoms.
Samus Aran in All My Atoms.